Concentrating on the weather now on BBC Two, here's John Ketley with the skiing forecast.
Hello again. We've seen mixed fortune for skiers over in the Alps over the Christmas period, and if anything it's going to get even worse for the next few days as well. The start of January seeing even milder conditions coming in from the Atlantic. Look how the colours change, and yellow actually covers much of Central Europe in the next few days, indicating rain rather than snow, and it really is going to be very difficult, I think, for most of the skiers on the Alps in the next few days. That's the chart at the moment then. We've got an area of low pressure darting southwards across Italy. That's where the worst of the weather is going to be, whereas these mild southwesterlies will keep running in across many central and northern parts of Europe. So very little snow in evidence, most of it on the higher peaks, a good deal of fine bright weather as you come further south. Now the best of it so far has been across in Austria. It really isn't too bad over there. At Obergurgl 21 of the lifts are open, with good skiing higher up at the moment. Italy's probably faring worst of all, but in Germany it's not bad. At Garmisch we've seen some pretty good reports recently. Fair off-piste, on-piste it's fair as well. The runs to the resort are open and the weather has been fine. We're now looking into Switzerland, and we've seen a lovely picture early on Thursday over there at Verbier. It really looked glorious, but things did change during the day on Thursday, and we saw the winds picking up. That really is a bit of a problem at the moment, high winds and poor visibilities as the cloud base is lower across there in Verbier. Now also over in France, it's not too bad. It's been very mixed so far, but we've seen some good skiing conditions, and at Meribel all the lifts are open with good snow high up. The last snow was on the 24th of December. And at Val Thorens here, fair on piste, off piste it's rather varied. The runs to resort are worn, and it is also windy at times too. So the wind again is playing a bit of a part over there in some of the alpine regions, particularly higher up. Now as you go further north, it really hasn't been too bad at all over in Scandinavia. There's been plenty of heavy snowfall from time to time. Looking at Lillehammer, well, 9 out of the 10 lifts are open, and snow cannons have been in use as well just recently. The runs to the resort are open, but the weather's been fairly cloudy. It looks like over the next few days, through the weekend into next week, we are going to see mild southerly winds taking over, quite strong winds at times too. So it does mean to say that any snow really is going to be on the higher peaks. There'll be some rain and sleet lower down, but again, conditions not too good just at the moment. Now if you go across the Atlantic, things are somewhat different to say the least, because over in North America it really has been blowing very hard recently. There's been blizzards up in the Great Lakes area, and I think we're going to see that cold weather continuing in much of North America as we go through the next few days. Look at that blue area, although eventually, as you can see, things do begin to change out there across the Rockies. Well, high pressure is being displaced at the moment, and we're seeing this next band of snow pushing up through the Great Lakes, up across northeastern parts of the states, affecting much of Canada too. Incidentally, in Canada there really has been good skiing in recent weeks. So in more detail then for North America, and looking first at Aspen, well, good on piste, powder off piste, and the runs to the resort are open. 35 out of the 41 lifts are open with good skiing there. And next into Killington, it's powdery off-piste, and the runs to the resort have been closed. Just 13 of the 33 lifts are open, but there is fresh snow around. Now that's how things are looking across the Rockies at the weekend. A band of heavy snowfall and blizzard conditions pulling out of the way as sunnier skies move in from the west. And the reverse is the case up in the northeastern states, as we've seen already. There have been some blizzards, and those blizzards are set to return for a while, although eventually I think we will see things quietening down once again. Well, I mentioned Canada earlier on, and at Lake Louise things are pretty good. It's been good for most of the winter so far, and I think we can expect more sleet and snow over the next few days as well. Well, finally, looking at a couple of events taking place at the weekend over in Germany and Austria, well, conditions could be better, but wherever you're going or viewing, enjoy your skiing. Bye for now.